Full disclosure, I have now seen this movie twice on two different style of screens. And so you need to know that going into this one. Welcome to another movie review video. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, and then movie reviews just like this one here at the weekend. I am a little bit behind, and so I'm bringing this one to you having already seen it twice. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above. But yes, I have been to see Fall Guy twice, once on a regular screen, recliner seating if it matters, and then once on the iSense screen. My seat broke partway through, so different seating options. When I say partway through, I think it broke during the opening credits, so not partway through. So I did go and see it with my mum, but we did have to sit two seats apart because mine was broken. I would have been sat on the floor. Interesting one. Never had that happen to me in all my cinema going time, and you know that I go to the cinema a lot. So Ryan Gosling, because I've recently talked about a film with Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, collaboration. He's a stuntman. And I thought this is an interesting film because obviously there's been a lot of talk around Oscar season. There's always a lot of talk about the people that kind of there's not Oscars for, and bringing in Oscars for stunt work, bit like they've done with some of the like technical CGI and editing and cinematography stuff, kind of bringing that in there because it's such a pivotal part of the film. And so there's this understory the whole time of the level of respect or not that stuntmen get, and the kind of the way they are treated. Then you've got this whole like espionage, drugs and crime and murder, little bit of a mystery whodunit thing going on. And then you've got this like romance between Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. Again, you know, sort of a friends to lovers situation, if we're going with the bookish trope. And so, yeah, this is another one of those films that has multi-levels to it. It's another one of those films that kind of has a little bit of something for everyone. Now, the stunts featured in the film are impressive, and you get to see a little bit about the stuntmen used in this in this film at the end during the credits. And then it's like morning voice, that's all it is. And then you have the kind of actual like violence of this like drug crime investigation thing that's going on, and that bit is actually way more violent. There's a lot of violence in that one, and you know, quite a bit of swearing and that kind of thing, and that one's kind of the storyline that I didn't see coming when I was watching it for the first time. I was like, oh, I didn't know that we were going in this direction, but you know, I'm not mad about it. And it's not my normal kind of film. It's almost along the kind of, you know, you'd almost call it an action comedy romance, I think. I don't know what it's been classified as, but it's definitely verges into that like full-on action genre, because there is a lot happening. There's, you know, guns and swords and fires and leaping and high-speed chases both on the road and in the air and on the water, and so yeah, there is a lot of action here. So I think if you don't like action at all, then this one's probably not going to be for you. But you can kind of see from the trailers that there's going to be some action in it. I actually don't think that the trailer does it justice. I think that the trailer makes it seem like a silly film, and it's actually not a silly film. It's actually, you know, it does have those layers, and there is that romance, and I think I definitely benefited from having seen it a second time, because I was like, oh, okay, I can look out for this now, and I can think about this storyline now, and think about this relation with this person here now. So I think that there's definitely layers to it, and the trailer does just make it look a bit like you're going to come and ogle Ryan Gosling. And yeah, the storyline between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, was there chemistry there? I mean, I think so. I think that it's kind of played as a he's in love with her and trying to get her kind of storyline, which I think is it's a different take on it, because normally in films people are trying to get with Ryan Gosling, and so that's kind of turned it on its head, which I did like that. And then the actual CGI in it's pretty good as well. You've got things happening in front of like the Sydney Opera House, and random things happening sort of through the air as well. And because they're filming a film at the same time as this film is being filmed, you kind of get a little bit of an insight into how things are going to work and how things are working out in this film as well. There's also a cool dog character in there. Hannah Waddingham is very funny in there, plays a bit of a kind of villain-esque type character, which I think is fabulous. I think that she would have been very good as Ursula in The Little Mermaid, just because of her voice, I think. And yeah, there's kind of a little bit of everything there. I think that if you're not into violence in your films, then you're probably not going to like this one. But I think that if you like a bit of, you know, James Bond thrown in there, you know, a little bit of kind of Kingsman-esque level of action, then I think that this one is going to be for you. I think that if you've seen the trailer and you're slightly interested in it, I would go and watch some more reviews, because I think that the trailer definitely does it an injustice and doesn't kind of go into what the film is actually about. But I really liked the romance storyline, and I laughed as well, which, I mean, what more can you ask for in a film, really? So yes, should you pay your cinema money to go and see this one? I think that having seen it in an enhanced format on the iSense, I think that the stunts and the action are pretty spectacular when seen on the big screen. It's obviously continuing to do well because it's still on in my cinemas, despite the fact that I've already seen it twice. And yeah, I think that it definitely gives you a decent value for money. Would it lose a lot being seen on a small screen? Not a whole lot. But I do recommend, if you kind of passed all the caveats, then I do recommend it. Obviously, I've seen it twice, so I enjoyed it, and I think you would too. As always, if there is a particular movie you would like to hear my thoughts on next week, I'm always happy to go on demand. Leave me a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next movie review coming your way. And I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching.